Hey everyone, and welcome to Limited Appeal. Have you been keeping up with us? You know that Pick 2 drafts have actually been doing really well for us lately. I want to hop in another one and see if we can keep the relatively positive streak alive. We've done pretty well with some decks that I felt were not going to do that well. It's always nice, I guess. We still have the sort of inherent problem with pick 2 drafts right now where it takes a really long time to find 4 people to sit down and do one. I don't know, we've made like a whole bunch of jank that's just kind of worked out surprisingly well, and hopefully this will be the draft that we don't draft jank. If we draft a good deck, it'll probably also be the draft where we go like super negative or something. Maybe I should just start cutting out these queue times because it's like a boring minute of me rambling at the screen for a video. Or maybe just fast forward, skip it. It's YouTube. You don't need to watch this part. All right, we have 4 people. Okay, I mean, hey, no, this is a pack and a half. Forecast Loyalist is obviously the sort of like core of any elf deck, I guess. But I had a Water Shaper and Wanderbrine Trapper as cards that I can pick side by side. That's just so good. And hopefully we get past some Merfolk because somebody besides is probably going to go Elves. We did indeed get past some Merfolk. Only one, though. 1 Merfolk and 1 Keep Out. I mean, Assert Perfection is a really good card if you're green. There's fortunately no elves here, really, so I don't have to feel bad. I think we just say Keep Out. We keep the sort of like white core going here. I don't really love anything here anyways more than Keep Out. Like, Shimmer Creep is a good card. I find Vivid is a little tricky to get into in pick 2 just because sometimes there aren't enough cards opened to get a good Vivid deck. All the green cards are all good, but they're not something I would necessarily jump into. So now we do see some elves. We don't see any Merfolk stuff for us. We do see another Vivid sort of payoff. Like he's Vivid, but it's not like the best Vivid. We can take the 2 elves, see if we can see the last pack we didn't get elves. There weren't any elves. This pack there's no elves. But I also don't really care that much about Personify, so maybe we take the elf and the Personify. If we do wind up, yeah, see, like we're just seeing green, black now. And of course, the Loyalist did not wheel. Maybe we should have just taken the green, actually. That might have been better. This is probably good. Maybe we're green-white. Maybe that's what we're being pushed into here. Because then we still get to play most of the stuff we open. Like, Water Shaper is still great in green-white. Wanderbrine Trapper is still great in green-white. All of these cards still work pretty well in green-white. Like, this is fine. This pack was just trash anyway. Slumbering Walker will obviously take. Like, I'm not really sure what we're going to be. Like, if we get a bunch of like really sick Merfolk cards here, then I can happily go in that direction. The thing about this particular pack is that there's nothing here that I really want. Cinder Strike is still a great card. Wary Farmer is really good if we want to in these colors. The Council will probably wheel since it wheeled last time. Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing anything that I love. And Flock Imposter is a decent enough card, but I don't like it over... Actually, maybe I do like it over the Dune Guard. Is there anything here that we... Yeah, you know, there's some good cards that we potentially want to protect. I suspect that the white cards are going to wheel. These are both good. And we've seen no Merfolk at all, so... Clearly, that's not going to pan out. Doran is also pretty decent, but doesn't work necessarily that well in this deck so far. These cards are good. I will happily play Everstrike Skiff most of the time. None of the cards that I wanted to wheel here actually wheeled, except for the Pennant, which is weird because like this card isn't amazing or anything, but it's good. It basically just says, hey, gain some life until you need to get your best tribal card back. And the Dune Guard did in fact wheel. And a rare draftable Steam Vents, like hell yes, I want those gems. Why is nobody else taking the gems? This is one of the best things about Pick 2 drafts. You get lots of gems. Finebred Brawler is honestly even playable without being in elves. Like, it's obviously a lot worse not pumping your own elves, but oh god, gross. See, if I grabbed the Doran, I would think about splashing this, but here's the funny thing about this pack. There is literally nothing for me here. I mean, I could take a Percher. I am going to take the Solitude, but beyond that, what else in this pack is good for me? Literally nothing. I could splash a Tristan's Command and be happy. Like, it can keep coming back with the Dawn Blessed Pendant as well. You can run that combo out or something, you know? Tristan's Command is just that good. I think both of these are better removal spells most of the time than Spiral. We're not seeing as many creatures as I would like in this deck, though. Yeah, our curve again sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 drops, a 1/1 drop, and most of our deck lives at 3 drops. And we know that nothing's wheeling for us either. Because there was nothing. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't even have any mana fixing for the Tristan's Command. I haven't really seen any mana fixing. I don't know if we played one. Nothing here we are going to play. So we have no 4-drops. I'm going to play another Everstrike. We'll play one happily. I mean, the thing is, like... Oh, that wheeled. Cool. I'll take the 1-drop. The thing is, with Tristan's Command, like, it's really good, right? Even if you're not elves. If you can play this and you're not elves, it's still really good. Because 3 out of 4 of the things, like, get 2 permanents back. Fantastic. Destroy something. Fantastic. Give all of your creatures +3/+3 until the end of the turn. Fantastic. But I just have no way to fix the mana for it. With that said, what do we take? Maybe just Personify. Or Chomping Changeling. Thing is, like, Chomping Changeling is not that strong in this format. Like, there are lots of games where this will hit something, but there are also lots of games where it won't. It just kind of depends on what colors you're playing in, right? And I think Personify is maybe just better most of the time. So yeah, let's drop the Changeling. I don't think we need it. I kind of like the Dawn Blessed Pendant more, and we'll just play. See how this goes. Again, as per usual, recently, I'm not super happy with this deck, but I think it is where we want to be, given what we saw in the draft. We didn't. I mean, maybe we could have gone if we had taken more Cancelled Loyalists in the first pack, which I think is wrong. Actually, maybe it wasn't wrong. Maybe we could have taken the rare and the Morgan's Loyalists and passed the Wand of Brine Trapper. Then we could have potentially seen a pretty sick green-blue, well, green-black deck, because we did see some late elves in pack 1. And maybe we've seen more in pack 2. I don't know. I think we went where we were probably supposed to go. Yeah, it's not really nullable. Okay. That makes it a lot better. Will I trade these cards? Absolutely. You have like a Glamourmite or something? Or a Glamour Gifter? Because then we will Protective Response it. For sure. Ooh. That feels good. Less surveils for them and their Glamour Gifters off the board. Well, it's technically on the board, but you know. The value that it generates is off the board. We could do that, or we could just do this. Again, we'll just attack first, see if they have another Glamour Gifter. You got another Glamour Gifter? Nope. Then why didn't you attack? You didn't have a Glamour Gifter to follow up your Glamour Gifter with. If you weren't going to block with it, you should have attacked with it. Otherwise, you're just losing damage. Oh no, I ordered it wrong because this guy would have been able to attack. Ah, no! Fool! You fool! It's like I said it in my head as well. I was like, play out the lieutenant and then play out the farmer. Punished. Always punished. This is going to be really shitty for me. They're just going to hovel hurler. We're going to take 7 every turn. I won't play this out first because I do, like, even though we could play the Dawnflight Archer and, you know. Do I care about that actually? Getting this back doesn't do that much for me right now. Like, I don't think they block. Like, obviously they're not going to double block the Dune Guard anyway, but, like, we still lost out on 6 damage, which is a significant amount of damage. You have 1 mana. What are you going to do for 1 mana? Oh, okay. That's just lethal. Never mind. It's no longer lethal. That was very well timed removal. Rangeling is fine. I could really use something that isn't land. No, I have 5, 6, 7, so I still can't do that. No, 1 short. But it does deter them from attacking with everything, probably. That was a good draw. Very, very good draw. This is why Everstrike's gift is so good, because like even if they deal with the Celebrant, this is coming back. I don't have lethal, right? They have 3 blocks, so I would do... two. I would wipe their board. I would do 2. Actually, maybe we should have done that. Maybe that was better, actually. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We saved. We were saved. Yeah, GG. That Everstrike gift really saved us there. It was a really well-timed removal as well, because that Hurler would have won them the game the next turn, basically. Yeah, that worked out surprisingly well. We had just the right amount of removal. Speaking of removal, we don't even have a liminal hold in this deck, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't think we even saw a liminal hold this draft. Yeah, that Kithkin champion dude, whatever it's called, makes me realize that once again, our decks are very bombless. We don't tend to get the big payoffs that you often see in this format, unfortunately. I've still never drafted a kin binding. You think maybe this would have been the deck that could have used a kin binding. Oh god. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I feel like this is a textbook mode. We're just really rolling the dice on somehow living to hit our 5-drop. I mean, to be fair, any creature, and we're actually in a pretty good spot. Vulcan's Eyes. Okay, so we got the Doom Guard return. We don't really have that many 2-drops anymore, so 3-drop here is fine. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Hopefully they just never hit 6 land. Because I don't even have enchantment removal, do I? Because we didn't keep the changeling. So that we definitely just kill the Cert. So now they have 1 elf in their yard. So they can make each one of these, so they can make 2 and then 3. Assuming they don't bin any more elves. Okay. I mean, this is the good thing, like if they just keep... Okay, Gloom Whipper is 2, 3, 4, okay. 4, sure, yeah. Cool. Get that out of here. Again, we just need like remove. Oh, sorry, we just need like creatures here. Wow, they whiffed on creatures again. That's like so good for us. Four, 5, 6. The next turn I could play out the Slumber Walker and also assert Perfection, so I think I'd rather just trade here, give him the opportunity. I I feel like they can't. I feel like their game plan right now cannot be to hit 6 land and just make 2/2s, because that doesn't seem like it's good enough. Depending on what I have in my deck, of course, but like. So I mean, we got punished, unfortunately. That was the situation. So that could have sort of gone south on us. That exact scenario, unfortunately. Now it's kind of looking really bad for us because of the Morkan's Eyes. I'm just trying to think of like what would have happened if we had have asserted. We're also just drawing too many lands. It does not change the clock, so I'm going to decline this. Yeah, we're bound. Their play is just to pop the Morgan's Eyes, swing in for 50 billion damage. And then, again, next turn, swing in for another 50 billion damage. Double Morgan's Eyes and a Gloom Ripper is just so good. No matter what I do, I'm dead, right? Did they just pop the Morgan's Eyes again? And get through with a billion trample damage? Yeah. Okay. It's GG. Doesn't change it. Still 8 damage. Too bad. That was just... They had some really good stuff going on, and we just hit too many lands. It goes back to the fact that our decks just don't seem to have any bombs, really. I don't think we saw any cards that I'd consider bombs in the draft at all. Other than the Giant, and I don't even know if I'd call the Giant a bomb. Like, it's a big dude that gets you some stuff back sometimes, but coincidentally, though, that is a game where having the Changeling in there would have potentially helped us out a little bit, especially if we could have brought him back to kill another size, you know. Oh well. We can't trophy with every bad deck. I mean, this is actually a really good hand, not just for this deck. This is just, I feel like, a good hand in general. And having the Flock Imposter to bounce the Kithkin back and get extra value from it. a lot of not land. See, there's unfortunately like this scenario where they play out something that taps and gets them value from the scoundrel here. But having missed our land drop, I really, really, really need to play the Eclipsed Kithkin out again or top deck a land. That is not a good. He didn't. Why? We need land. What are the odds that this misses? Like, this can't miss, right? Statistically, this cannot miss. Do we play out the shield barrier here, or do we just jump the gun into Assert Perfection? I think we just jump the gun into Assert Perfection on the thing and then swing in for 3. I don't need them gaining 2. I don't have any good blocks on it either, so. This turn would suck if they drop, like because there's an argument for killing Scoundrel here. We haven't seen anything that their deck does. In Merfolk decks, this card is scary as heck sometimes. If you have, like, the Well Guard, if the Well Guard's the one, the 3/2 that taps to make a 1/1. That's scary. But we haven't seen anything from that yet, so I'm not, like, too scared about it. Like, the thing is also, if they do drop the Well Guard and then tap it with a Scoundrel, we can deal with it next turn with the Spiral. We'll get, like, a 1/1. So now we're happy to trade with the Kithkin. We're actually basically happy to trade with anything. Unfortunately, because of our council, they probably won't tap it out. Okay. Maybe they will now. They won't. They'll just tap down their Mentor or their 2/2. Swing in for 2, I think. I think that's probably what they do here. Then they untap the 2/2. Thing is, we probably attack like this. Actually, I don't even know if that's good. I think we just attack like this, and then maybe we kill the duelist or something. Or give ourselves the potential ability to kill the duelist. I think we just kill the duelist. We don't want to mess around too much with it. Actually, I think maybe we do this. And then next turn we can get it back with the Walker. Maybe I should have done that this. No, I couldn't have done this turn. See, this is tricky. I feel like they don't have a good attack here anyway, so. Here comes the Well Guard calling it now. Now that we've used our removal, they're gonna drop the Well Guard on us. Just start making a bunch of 1/1s in the air. Well, another line would have been to pre-combat get rid of the dude. Maybe that would have been better, actually. Because then our council could have beat him. I really don't know why they're not attacking with their Scoundrel, but I'm fine with trading those guys for that. Like, that's fine. Get the Merfolk off the board. And I can also just pump with the Shield Bearer here. How do I keep whiffing with these Eclipsed cards? Like, this is the theme of this channel at this point, is how many times can you miss with your Eclipsed tribal cards? Because I can do it a lot. Question is now, how do we attack next turn? Do we just swing in with everything because we can pump with the shield bearer? I mean, obviously, if they play like a Marrow swimmer or something, or they could just concede. That's cool too. We just had a lot of value that game. I definitely think I missed 4 damage potentially though by not attacking with the 4/3 of the turn earlier. I didn't think through it enough. I didn't consider the fact that I was probably going to be removing the Merfolk that turn. Ugh. I think we have to maul this. Like, we need to hit a 5th land for this hand to do anything. How many 6-card? The thing is, we also have a 2-drop here, and this deck is like very starved for 2-drop. And if we do hit a green source, it's not bad. I mean, it's still not good though. Keeping 4 landers is just really hard, especially when they're all the same color. The odds on us drawing a forest is like 20% right now. So that's a lot better. And that's why you mulligan. But watch our Kithkin just like cover it up or something. We have 2 land in hand, so we probably just want the creature. As long as they don't kill my Kithkin, I'm in a pretty good spot, I think. Because it can assert perfection next turn. Obviously, this sort of plays into them having Boulder Dash. If they had Boulder Dash, we get a little bit punished here, but it's not like a big blowout or anything. Didn't see that coming. Not gonna lie, I did not see that coming. Like, that's a really good draw for us. If we hit land, obviously. Gloom Ripper in what seems like it's a goblin deck. I mean, I don't... So I don't know what I'm playing against. Very clueless right now. This is very awkward, unfortunately, because obviously we would be in a really good spot this turn if I could play out the Walker, but as it is, I think we just probably keep out the safe right. This is rough. I need some land for once. That was very lucky. It's weird that our opponent didn't attack last turn, but did that turn. What? What is going on? Not even a land? How does that even work? How does that even work? Like, cool, we won. I'm fantastic, but like, what are the odds? Like, why am I the worst Eclipsed player that's ever existed? My decks just cannot hit. Somehow this garbage has 3 wins so far. I don't get it. Just draft bad decks and get rewarded. That's the format, I guess. Alright, took a quick break between games here, and now I'm going back to green-white Kithkin. A lot of our decks lately, it's just not, it hasn't been drafting the rares like some other people do, I guess. But yeah, this is there's no green, but I don't need any green. Can't turn this down. Do we? Maybe we just go Eclipse Kithkin here, right? We don't need the shield bearer. They put in the same amount of damage and gets us an extra land, apparently. Of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. A little annoying, but fine. No reason to attack, unfortunately. Obviously, if we had played out the shield bearer, we would have an attack. We could probably get in for 1 more damage, so we'll see if that 1 damage is relevant later on. Yep. I mean, we could spiral into Solitude and start attacking with the farmer, because I don't want to lose the farmer. I don't necessarily think that's correct. I think we're just going to play out the shield bearer. Maybe start attacking next turn when we have more mana. We can actually threaten to like punch in with the shield bearer. This way, if they play like a Rhyme Speaker or something on turn 4, they actually have the removal for it as well. There's lots of like 4-drops that we want to have an answer to. Okay. All we have is land. All we have is land. Is this fine? There's no reason not to attack with everything, right? Yeah. I don't really have a reason. Like, obviously, 2 more damage. You know what? 2 more damage seems fine. Obviously, they can respond to this, which would maybe suck. But as it stands, I'm happy with trading. Happy enough, anyway. I don't like it. Sure. Cost 2, right? Yeah. Does it need target? Yeah, I think it does, right? You can't just remove a counter without having a target. And they can counter their own spell if they wanted to get that token off for some reason. I don't know. Again, like, I don't really know why they would want to necessarily do that. Maybe I'd probably be fine with it, but it is a play that they're capable of making. Okay. Okay. So we're just going to exile the Glenelender Guardian now. Probably. Yeah. If they want to draw a card with the Sentinel, that's fine. You need to get through it at some point in time anyway. Please, just no more land. Yeah, you know, that gets me my Kithkin back. My Kithkin. They don't even really have like a good target for the liminal hold right now either. Like, yeah, you could hit my Wary Farmer and that's fine, I guess. Well, that's going to be basically your whole turn. Yep. Totally fine. The Flamecaster's gone now. Ooh, okay. I mean, that sucks, but... Obviously, I would have liked to have this a turn earlier. That would have been beautiful, but... Something like an Ashling's Command would blow us out, but I'm not going to play around that. Poor Trapper. He's going to do so much for us. Yeah, that's gross. They didn't do the thing, though. They didn't make a color. They could have got one more card off that, but they didn't. I think we put it here so that this guy can attack pretty safely. Because we don't want to trade him with the Shine Striker here, but everything does, in fact, trade with the Shine Striker. Oh, okay. Unless they do that, which is obviously fine with it. I have no idea why I would want to do that. I think this way we still have a flyer on the board. We have our lieutenant that can pump up our flyer. Hopefully they just whiff a few times, maybe. I mean, I know that's going to be hard after they just drew some cards with a Shine Striker, but kind of looks like it's happening. Yeah, I would have probably hit the Imposter there, personally, unless you have another answer for it. It's a 4-turn clock. This guy is perhaps not a 4-turn clock. Do I have any way to get rid of Liminal Hold? No, right? No, I don't have any way to get rid of Liminal Hold. Did you draw removal? No? I like it. We just need 2 more turns of them not trying anything. How much land have they played? 9? 10? So there's 7 land left in their deck, probably. Not quite half of their deck. Might as well get myself a 1/1, yeah. Oh, I do have a way to get the Wary Farmer back. Interesting. All the land. I'm not playing around anything. We're just going to YOLO it, I think. Which means our opponent will probably top deck Ashland's Command and blow us out. I mean, it wouldn't even be a blowout. We'd still win next, based on the current board. Like, if you say good game, just concede, man. Don't bait me like that. Ashling's Command. Ashling's Command. Ashling's Command. Ashling's Command. Like, watch, they're going to play something here and try to get me. I promise. Like, it was a preemptive GG. Sure. Okay, you got it. Nice. Just concede next time. Damn it, man. Got me stressing for nothing. Alright, so this deck is now 4-1. Oh, our bad decks do the best. Our bad decks do the best. I don't know how much longer pick 2 Premier Draft is going on for. I kind of want to go back to the other format because it's a little bit more gem efficient, but we've definitely been doing pretty well in this version of the event. When we actually find people to play against, you know. Yo. Yeah, so we kept our hand last time that had only planes because we could actually play something in it. In fact, we could play everything from it. This one is a lot more sketchy because we do have a 1 in 3 chance of drawing planes. You know, the deck's already overperforming. I can take a loss. I don't mind. We'll do it. Never mind. I lied. We won't win. This guy got super lucky. But I don't really think. We at least have a decent start. Spell snare. Nope. Spell snare. No spell snare dream. I still want to see. I've been spell snared by opponents many times, but I've still never spell snared an opponent on turn 2. This one map. Oh, gross. Disgusting. Yep. So after that, I'm like kind of on the fence about playing this out first, but at least it'll probably, yeah, you know what, I'd rather just eat the removal than this eat the removal. And then next turn I can either play out the Water Shaper or the Council. See what makes the most sense at the time. I guess it kind of depends on whether we want to attack or not. If they play like Breeze, then I obviously have to play the Water Shaper now. Okay. Do you have more removal, sir? Alright, so that we will murder immediately. Do you have a Cinder Strike by chance? Okay, because that would have been like the biggest blowout ever. I would love to play the U, but this guy needs to go immediately, so... Even though I don't want to realistically put this on him, like, if that untaps, our game is over. If the Water Shaper dies, the game is not over. Coincidentally, the Water Shaper dies. How much is your entire deck just removal? Like 3 removal spells so far. I think the Council makes the most sense here because like this could get us another dude, but it also might not. This currently blocks everything. I mean, they will have more removal. This will probably die, but at least as the board currently stands, it's blocking everything. And then next turn, because we hit a land, we can also just play the Celebrant out hardcast. That's annoying, but now what we'll do is we'll just play out. We'll spiral it. We won't. Yeah, since they have no cards in hand now, we will spiral it. But we won't. Well, we actually might. I don't know what we'll do exactly. But. Do we start attacking? Probably, right? He's like, if they top deck something like Runaway Together or something to save the Stratosaur, that would be like the worst case scenario. But I think I'd rather just start beating in. And if they double block it, that's fine too, actually. And now we just kind of have to cross our fingers. Like, I don't think removing it immediately is correct, given our hand and our board. And the fact that they're playing off the top of the deck. So we'll take 3 damage here because of trample, but like I want this gone so that they can't get trample. Okay, that's not so hot for me, especially since we're still just top decking land here. If I attack with you, I don't expect him to trade. I mean, he wouldn't be trading because obviously we can threaten to pump with Shield Bearer. But then even if that happens, well, actually, maybe that's not the worst thing. But then if he doesn't, then I guess next turn I take... Yeah, you know what? We need to get damage in. I need to, like, win this race, so... We're really far behind. And we kind of just need to get lucky. They need to hit, like, land. Maybe, ideally, 2 turns in a row. Did you actually top deck, like... Wow, okay, cool. Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's not fine, but it's not the card that saves you, per se. It's not, it doesn't save your Stratosaur right now. What do we have? Do we have lethal? 5, 6, 7, 11. I guess we just go for it. If they have removal, they have removal. I'm sure they do, but... Oh, they don't! We got there! We got there! Yes! Woo! I did not think that was going to work. Just want everybody to know. Alright, 5-1, I guess, somehow? And this was off the back of some gold as well, so these are just like free gems at this point. We just got a free draft. Free draft from our gold. I understand why they tapped out. It's because, like, obviously they wanted to give themselves the best chance at casting something. But knowing that they were dead on board, if they didn't find something, they maybe should have taken a slightly less risky line and maybe tapped, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 of their land instead of their creatures. Since they still had, like, what? They had 5 open land after all that. Like, if you're going for maybe, like, a 4-mana cost card to potentially kill me, to put me to 1. Then you can still leave a blocker open and you'll be fine if you don't draw, like... Wow. Anyways, I think the way they tapped is wrong. That's what I'm trying to say here. We did not deserve to win that game, but our opponent seemingly made a mistake, and that's what happened. So this hand is great. Period. Great hand. Two pieces of removal, Adept, Imposter to recur our Kithkin if we need to, our Eclipsed Kithkin. We either need to draw some land or find it with the Kithkin. I think we just take the shield barrier. Like, sure, we could use some more land, but I actually don't need it. Like, we can play everything in our hand without it. It's going to get better if we find it, but... a little awkward. So we'll block and then bounce our Imposter, I think. And then if we miss our 4th land, we'll probably find it with the Eclipsed Kithkin anyway. Yeah, we're going to definitely get rid of that. So we did find one. Our giant is gone. I think we just keep taking dudes, right? We don't. This way we can just play something out every turn. I think we've sent 3. Oh man. Alright, yeah, you got me. Nice. There's nothing to come down on it, so that's how I need to, yeah. Okay, so we'll just murder it now. Get out of here immediately. Not come back. Obviously, like, we're technically winning this race, but we're not doing a very good job of it. Huh. So we can do this, we can murder this. Obviously, if we don't immediately remove it, then they can throw this at us, which I don't necessarily love letting them do. Alternatively, I don't really think there is an alternatively. I think we just do this. Get in for 5. Because as annoying as this Feastling is getting, we will be able to deal with it eventually if we draw some land. I mean, even if we don't draw land. But yeah, you know, the lack of land pickups maybe hurting us a little bit. So we can't double spell here and get our a little bit more aggressive. To assert perfection or something on my shield there. Speaking of assert perfections, we have a bunch of those on our deck. We just can't find them. Just do it. It does, like, you would do this anyway. Like, you want to use the Feastling, hit me for 3, and then do that. Like, come on. It's not complicated. We could play out the Water Shaper, I think. I think that's right. But we're in a bad spot here. Like, they have infinite mana, basically, at this point. I mean, I guess it's really not that big. They have 6 mana at this point. And they have a couple of creatures that I can't really deal with right now, or one creature I can't deal with. I'm sure they're about to drop another creature I can't deal with. 2 mana, yep. Reaping Willow, yep, that's pretty good. Actually, honestly, it's not even that good. It's better as like a 3/6 lifelinking attacker, to be honest. This Sentry is like kind of weak at this point. I want to use the gift, but I don't know where to use it. I don't think there is a correct place to use it. Like we could throw it on the Dune Guard and make it like a 2. We could make then it could trade with the Feastling, but I don't necessarily love that. Our opponent's deck is just pretty good. Sure. I don't think they really have any good attacks right now. Okay, but they think they do. Do they have something huge in their hand then? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that's good, but it's not. I don't know if it's worth this attack, per se. Take 1, 2, 5, 9. This is bad. Like, we're going to need something good. This can trade with the Pummeler. And we can flash back our Changeling when they attack as well. Obviously, we'll see what they have. Okay, that's probably just going to lose the game for me next turn, but yeah, they attack first, I guess. Yeah. So first of all, get this. I think we just throw this in there then. They're going to attack like this. And then we take 5 and go to 2, or we can chump block this and go to 4 instead. Then we're still basically just dead to this anyway. It doesn't matter how we do. So we can pop this and get our Kithkin back. And they can only throw one thing this turn, so I think we give our Nomad flying with the gift. We get our Kithkin back specifically. Like, we could get our Flock Imposter back and give ourselves a flyer, but that doesn't really do that much for me right now. This way we can hopefully maybe draw into something that does help us. Like, it doesn't really help us at all. But we can play out our hand right now. So. And they're at 35 life as well, so I don't see this going super well for us in general, but, you know, any removal we lose. Did you actually top deck removal? No? Okay. Yeah, you don't want any other attacks, I don't think. Oh, they're going for it. Okay, cool. That's a choice, I guess. We just do that. Like, if they have something, we're dead anyway. And I feel like if they had something, they would have already thrown it at us. But then, like, we have a 3/4 blocking. I don't know, man. Alternatively, no. I think this is right. Let's just do it. If they have something, they have something. We're like assuredly dead. I don't know what we can top deck that changes that. I also have no idea why they wouldn't attack with the Reaping Willow there. Alright. 3 land in a row, or 4 land in a row, I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't what we needed. I don't know what else we could have really done there. Maybe use our removal less aggressively. I don't know. I think everything we used the removal on basically need. I guess it was just very unfortunate that they had the sideboard card that nobody plays to destroy our enchantment. Really out of left field in that one. I mean, I don't really get to do anything with this hand at all. We have 1 piece of removal and then nothing until turn 6. Get out maybe. This is sketchy. I don't know if that's right. Question is, do we go to Water Shaper or do we go Archer? I think we go Water Shaper. At least we'll get this on turn 5 if they decide to kill my lieutenant. I mean, we don't really have anything else to do. It's back right now. Yup. Oh, really. Do anything against my board. Three Trampler. I hope they're not a good Goblin deck because I feel like we are not very good against good Goblin deck. This is one of those things that we're just probably not going to perform against. 2 of them, huh? Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. They're not a Goblin deck. But they are a Goblin deck. I have no idea. I don't know what they are. I mean, we might as well just attack with both. There's no reason not to. They're indestructible. Yeah, so that's a choice they can make, but I don't think it works the way they want it to. Maybe it does work the way they want it to. I'm not sure. I don't think it works the way they want it to. Does it? Yeah, it doesn't die. Oh, they're targeting it with both. Okay. That's totally fine, actually. Now we just do this. It's us. Oh. I thought they were going to like put 1 damage on it and then try to murder it with the token. I didn't realize. That's all. Whatever. I'm glad we got the walker down. It's been rough. I also almost never see anybody play this card. This is something that I barely ever play around. It just isn't something that seems to be played. Yeah, we don't need to assert anything right now. Don't need to get anything back either. I don't need to swing for 4. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. Yeah, basically, like, any creature is an amazing draw for us because it gives us the ability to veil. I guess the thing about like our board specifically and all of our creatures right now is that we kind of just beat through goblins. None of them are really big enough to stop us. Like they're just gonna have to chump for days. Like I said, I think we are not particularly good against a good goblin deck, but they haven't shown us a good goblin. They've just shown us a goblin deck. A deck with goblins in it. And blue for probably, you know, honestly, at this point, I expect it to be an Ashley's Command. And they're probably blue for Ashley's Command. That seems to be what people splash blue for in goblin decks all the time. Obviously, at some point, we could get blown out if we keep attacking like this and then they blow up our Water Shaper, but they've given me no indication that they have anything to do with their Water Shaper. So. And they're playing very much off the top of their deck. I mean, this is lethal regardless. What you got? Have something. I knew it! I knew they had the Ashley's Command. I knew it! I called that shit. Called that shit from a mile away. There's no other reason why goblins usually splashes blue. Like, the blue splash is always, every single time for an Ashley's Command. Somehow this deck is now 6-2. I don't know how. I could not explain this to anybody. If you showed me this deck list and were like, oh, what record do you think that'll go? I would have probably said, like, maybe I'll get a win. If I'm lucky, 1 win is what I will get. But this, like, monstrosity of a little bit of everything is working out a lot better than I expected it to. The giant has kind of been carrying us on his back when we get him. Our opponent's mistakes have kind of been like getting us through it a little bit too. We've definitely won a few times, I think, now on our opponents making perhaps very suboptimal choices. But yeah, this is where it ends. This deck never deserves to get a trophy. Just saying that. No. I mean, also no, but I don't think I can go from this to something better. I don't think there really aren't going to be any 5-hand. Like, I think the vast majority of 5-card hands are going to be worse than that. Our opponent also mulligan too, so maybe that's going to help us out a bit here. But this isn't the start you want going into the trophy game. We just don't have any plays until turn 5, and that's assuming we hit land. But obviously, if we don't hit land, then hopefully we're finding some plays that we can hit before turn 5. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Definitely a pre-turn 5 play. Shield bearer. Shield bearer. They have a shield bearer. Oh, a retreat. I mean, it's only way worse if it lives. If my Water Shaper dies, but I don't think my Water Shaper dies here. There isn't really any. I guess Pyrrhic Strike could get him. I think we just assert. And like this opens it up to removal and stuff, but I don't know that I care that much. I think this is like one of our best routes to winning. Just getting some damage in. Like keep out, it gets eaten by keep out now. Our opponent is on mono white at the moment, and I feel like they're just going to want to play. Okay, well that actually makes every single option I have better. I would obviously have loved to play this out, but we don't have any Kithkin yet. I mean, they haven't had removal the other turns. So what are the odds that they have removal this turn? Like their next turn, you know? The Water Shaper beatdown. I think that's the first time we've played Personify in this deck, actually. It may even be like the first time we've drawn it. Kin binding, gross, disgusting, ew. But, I mean, the thing is, kin binding is not amazing if you are getting beaten down. What we're going to do is just do this. Because I don't want them getting 2 life here. Like, they're at 4, we swing wide next turn and win. Barring them playing out like 50 creatures here, and even if they play out 50 creatures here, we still swing wide and win, because we'll probably just be trading with their board. Even with kin binding. Speaking of kin binding, still haven't drafted one in all of my drafts, never seen it. So yeah, that's this. Oh, they didn't have any Merfolk to behold! Damn. Okay, so this is not necessarily what I want to see, but that is actually not going to help me at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they put everything on the water shaper, they die. There is really no downside to this, I don't think. I think they put a scoundrel on like the shield bearer or something. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the right block for them is, but obviously they cannot kill water shaper. There's no way for them to do that. Without also dying. I think I just want to play out the archer, to be honest. Like, the walker could be removed. And I don't expect that I'm going to need the archer. But who knows? Okay, you got me. 2 damage. Now that they know it's there, I think we just play out the walker this time. And pump it. Yeah, we gotta do that. So I think like a Sky Swimmer is probably like the best top deck they could have here. That would give them, that would let them swing for 4 and give them a bunch of blockers. But apparently this deck went 7 and 2 and beat a kid fighting. All right. Apparently you can in fact draft complete and utter junk and trophy in Lorwyn Eclipsed. Like, this deck is bad. I feel like this deck is just objectively bad. Okay, maybe it's not objectively bad. It has some good, it has like a decent curve. It has interaction. It has 2 rares that are good. They're not like really, I wouldn't call them bombs. Neither one of them wins you a game by themselves. Like, the Water Shaper wins you the game if you also have a bunch of other stuff to go with it. And the Walker can give you a little bit of extra like oomph on the board if you have a bunch of dead stuff already. Yeah, we didn't even draw the Assert Perfection most games. We didn't even draw one of them. So yeah, I guess draft junk and get rewarded or something. That's the lesson here. Thank you for joining and watching this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that stuff you do. Have a good day, everyone.